For a lot of investors, the whipsaw action of the market over the last few weeks has been a lot to handle. However, the US financial markets have largely recovered from the tariff jitters, and there could be significant potential to be had in the market. We're going to be looking at 4 specific stocks that could be good to have on your watch list in June of 2025, so stay tuned. In addition, we're also going to be testing out Warren AI, the ChatGPT for investors from investing.com that you don't want to miss. But first, I do have to mention that I am not a financial advisor, and this isn't any kind of personalized financial advice. You should always do your own due diligence above and beyond this overview before investing. With that said, let's dive in. The first stock on our list here is a buy the dip opportunity on big tech, and that is being made available from our friends over at Alphabet Inc. Now, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, broke $200 a share back in February, but has since sold off to the 160s to 170s price range. As of writing this script, Alphabet stock is still trailing the major indexes like the S&P 500 and has not fully recovered from the initial tariffs. But you do want to check on updated price information yourself as big tech moves fast. Now, the bullish case here for Google is a simple one. This is one of the biggest companies in the world that operates multiple cash cow businesses. From Google Ads to YouTube to artificial intelligence, Alphabet has a diverse business model, and in particular, I am very bullish on YouTube Shorts. But there is definitely a good reason why Alphabet stock has sold off recently. The main looming threat here to Google is AI chatbots, but this has been the elephant in the room for quite some time now. Yes, it's entirely possible that people will head right over to ChatGPT and other AI tools when searching for answers. But it's also very possible that people will stick with the familiar, good old-fashioned Google, or possibly something new from what they are familiar with, such as Google Gemini. Google Gemini is a family of advanced AI models developed by Google DeepMind, and Gemini is part of Google's effort to compete with other frontier AI models such as OpenAI's GPT-4. In terms of some actual use cases here for Google Gemini, it is integrated into Google Workspace to assist with drafting, summarization, and analysis. You will also find Google Gemini directly within Google search results now, which makes a solid case as to why chatbots might not be a huge threat after all. However, Alphabet stock did fall sharply earlier in May after reports surfaced that Apple experienced a decline in Google search volumes through its Safari browser. But to get the full picture of what's going on here, we're going to need some help from Warren AI, an investor chatbot from our sponsor, investing.com. If you're an individual investor like myself, you might be looking for that edge, which usually comes from having access to the best tools and data. Investing Pro is the new flagship product of investing.com, which can help you get that trading edge. There's a lot offered through Investing Pro, but I want to show you my personal favorite feature, Warren AI. This is basically the ChatGPT for investors. It answers any questions that you have about the stock market in real time. And what makes it better than ChatGPT is that it is backed by investing.com's data, so you get the most up-to-date and precise market insights. You can even ask Warren AI about things that happened in the market yesterday, and it's going to be able to answer you. Let's go ahead and try this out ourselves here. We're looking at Warren AI, and we're going to ask, why is Google stock down lately? And then once you've typed in your prompt, you can click on this button right here. And just like that, we are getting curated research here from investing.com's data about what is going on with Google in particular with their price action right now. Let's take a look at some key points here from Warren AI. For one thing, Warren AI is also calling attention to regulatory concerns as well as shifting global tax winds. So these are factors that I was not even aware of that are impacting Alphabet stock today. We can see that on May 29th, 2025, which is literally today, the day we are recording this video, the FTC backed the DOJ's push to force Google to share search data and possibly break up key businesses like Chrome. Now, that would definitely not be good for Alphabet's business, but this is a perfect example of how this can deliver real-time data and market insights. We can also see the price right now of about 170 and the analyst target here of roughly 200, which implies about 8.5% upside. But of course, there are some legitimate concerns here for Alphabet. We can also see their recent performance and other great information all built right here within Warren AI. And overall, I find this to be an extremely helpful tool when looking for that trading edge. So guys, this is definitely a very powerful research tool. And keep in mind, this is just one of the features you get access to through Investing Pro. So click the link in the description below to get 15% off your first investment Investing Pro subscription today. The next stock on our list is an AI powerhouse that recently received an outperformance rating from a major analyst. Piper Sandler, a leading investment bank, just initiated coverage on Soundhound AI stock with implied 25% upside after the big sell-off. Soundhound is a stock that we've covered multiple times here on the channel, and I think it has potential if you can get in at a good price. The problem with many AI stocks is that they are trading based on the hype surrounding the entire industry and not underlying company fundamentals. This makes these companies difficult to value, and the share price can be extremely volatile. Just looking at Soundhound, the stock traded as high as $24.98 in the last 52 weeks, and as low as $3.82 in the same time frame. With a current share price of about $11, I think it's establishing a price base. Soundhound AI is revolutionizing voice interaction by providing advanced AI-driven voice recognition and natural language understanding solutions. Unlike traditional voice assistants out there, Soundhound's technology offers real-time conversational voice AI that understands complex queries and allows seamless integrations across industries from automotive to smart devices to customer service. For me personally, my favorite feature that they offer is AI-powered customer service and answering services for businesses. Solutions like this can save businesses massive sums of money and can make services like Soundhound AI very sticky. But as with all stocks on this list, make sure you do your own due diligence above and beyond this video. The next stock on our list isn't going to be a good option for the impatient. But for those who might have a half-decade or so to wait, Intel could be a good fallen angel opportunity right now. For those who aren't familiar, this refers to when a titan of industry has fallen out of grace. Intel is obviously a household name when it comes to computer chips, GPUs, and more. Now, almost a decade ago, I placed a big bet on a company called AMD, or Advanced Micro Devices. And while I wish I still held on to those shares today, I sold them a long time ago. But this still ties into where we are at today with Intel. At the time, which was around 2016, Intel was dominating the chip market and AMD was struggling. Now, AMD was able to carry out aggressive turnaround plans largely thanks to CEO Lisa Su, and they are now dominating the chip market. So if you think that Intel is just going to roll over and take this beating, then move along here. But if you think Intel, a famous blue chip stock that was once in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, might stage a comeback, this could be an interesting bet. Keep in mind that Intel was founded back in 1968, and they are still a nearly $100 billion company. Yes, they are currently facing challenges, such as declining net income and a sluggish share price over news such as the dividend being suspended. But personally, I think Intel has the potential here to stage an epic comeback. The final stock on our list is one we've covered in the last year on the channel as well, and that is Marcato Libre, the Latin American Amazon, and this has been one of the hottest international stocks over the last year. When we covered the stock about a year ago, it was trading for about $1,700 a share, and today the stock is trading for close to $2,600 a share, which is roughly 50% higher from when we covered it. Marcato Libre is Latin America's leading e-commerce and fintech platform. Founded in 1999, the company operates in 18 countries, including major markets like Brazil, Mexico, and Argentina. With over 218 million active users, Marcato Libre connects buyers and sellers through its integrated ecosystem, but do keep an eye on valuation metrics as the stock has been on quite the price run over the last year. That's going to wrap things up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it to the very end of the video, don't forget to drop a like as well as subscribe and hit the bell for future notifications. If you want to check out Warren AI and the other nifty tools that are part of Investing Pro, click the link in the description below to get an extra 15% off your first Investing Pro subscription today. You can click below to watch my latest video, and I'll see you next time.